Alright everyone, hello. Welcome to my channel. Please make sure to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Alright, so it's February 22nd, 2026, so we're 3 days into this 10-day deadline that Trump dropped on the 19th. He's telling Iran to sign the deal or the missiles are going to fly. And we've got Gerald R. Ford in the water and B-52s in Qatar. And the steel is ready. But don't get it twisted. There's another war happening on the servers. The Epstein files are dumping everywhere. Millions of pages. And Iran is claiming they've got the real dirt. They're saying they've got audio that's going to melt the internet. So the question is, does he strike to hide the files? Or does Iran leak the files to stop the strike? Let's get into it. Today I'm working with the Simply Black and White Oracle and the Pictorial Key Tarot. I don't have the box. All right, so the first card out we got is the subject, the issue, what's going on. I feel like this is Trump's feelings, his energy. It says tripping. You can see this woman, she's tripping, she's crashing out. She's throwing clothes off the balcony. And this is exactly where Trump's head is. He's crashing out. He's overreacting. He's trying to create chaos because he's backed into a corner. And then the Knight of Coins here. That's the military. They're standing in the wings, waiting for the word. But look at the empty safe. I'm also using, it's very small, Echoes of the Unsolved mini deck. So we have here an empty safe. And this tells me that Trump's threats, Trump's threats, they have no real substance. The safe is dry, it's empty. He's out of money, he's out of leverage, and he's terrified because his secrets are being looted. He's pushing for war just to distract us from the fact that his own safe has been picked clean at home. Now, in this corner, we've got Iran. Iran, I don't know if you can see that. So Iran is ice cold, as you can see, they're ice cold. They're sitting on that park bench in the snow, just watching Trump spiral. And they think they've got the moral high ground. They got justice on their side. And they're waiting for the world to turn on Trump. They're waiting. But here's the catch. Fractured alliance. Look at that. This guy's about to fall. Don't let go. So one of Iran's partners is letting go of the rope. It's probably Russia or China stepping back and leaving Iran to stand alone in the cold. And when you're alone and you're desperate, you go for the jugular. That's why the files are coming. Yay! That's why the files are coming. Now, in this corner, we have Trump's actions, right? But this isn't Trump's actions. This is what's motivating Trump's actions right now. Wow. And it is his past. Back down memory lane. Look at that. And look at all those girls. So he's haunted by the past, by the people in this yearbook from his Epstein days, by that birthday book, that birthday card too. Or that birthday book. And the High Priestess. High Priestess is secrets, the classified ones that you don't want to get out. And here's the weapon. Audio recordings. You see that? Headphones and the microphone. So this says Iran is holding tapes. Trump's already planning his defense. He's going to claim that it was doctored, looking, marking everything up, messing with it. AI generated, it's fake news. He's going to trip out and say it's a setup. But these recordings are going to be their strike back. How Iran strikes. And it's a direct hit. Boom. And it weighs Trump down like lead. Right now, it's because it's a fear. Where's this headed? Where's this headed? Because Trump really wants to keep this secret, right? Trump doesn't want to let this get out. And where this is going is yummy and strength and case file. See, there's people sitting in chairs, a man pointing stuff out on the board. Hopefully you can see that case file. I hope you guys like my style of reading. I like the cards tell the story. And I'm going to get back to that. I used to, love to do that, and I stopped doing it. And I have a lot of fun making stories that hopefully unfold and come true. And if not, hopefully you enjoy the story. But anyway, back to the outcome. Is Trump going to pull the trigger? Is he going to strike against Iran? And the answer is yummy. Look at that. She's licking this ice cream cone, and it has a man with a bearded head in it. It looks like someone from Iran. So he definitely wants to. This card means sexually desirable. He strongly desires to. He has a predatory desire to take a lick at them, meaning a surgical military strike, just to prove that he's still the big dog, right? That you can't mess with. He wants to swallow the headlines with an explosion. But the adults are in the room. And strength is military brass, the generals, and the Board of Peace trying to hold the lion's mouth shut. They're trying to restrain him. ultimately this ends in a case file. Whether he drops a bomb or not, the case file wins. This is a legal reckoning, meaning a massive congressional investigation and a wave of subpoenas. It's going to tie him up in court. No missile is going to blow that away. And the pushback? What's Iran going to do? I had to ask. What will be their retaliation? Well, we already saw. Their strike is, and their weapon is the audio recordings. So I did ask if Iran will actually strike back with missiles, and I got Crimea River, clarified by Shadow Figure. So look at this girl in the pool. A pool of her own tears. Iran is hurting. There is no position to fight a real head-on war. The card says, toughen up, which means they're just trying to survive the internal mess and the fact that their allies are gone. Yeah, because they don't have any allies. Fractured alliance. They're in it alone, isolation, ice cold. So, and then we look at Shadow Figure. And there's a checkerboard, which usually means strategy. So this is their strategy. They aren't going to hit us with a physical strike back. They're gonna go into the shadows. They're playing the long game on the digital board. Their strike back isn't a bomb, it's the dirt. Now, will Iran leak the files before the deadline? You want to know if Trump was going to strike before the deadline. Well, is Iran going to leak the files before the deadline? I mean, if you have them, leak them. Right? That's what I say. Will Iran leak the files before the deadline? We got hater alert and bribery attempt. You can see this guy. He's got money in his hand, like he wants to pass this to this dude, but if you notice, his hands are cuffed. A hater alert says bad intentions, evil eye, jealousy, negative energy. Warning. So, will Iran leak the files before the deadline? So this is a warning. They're telling Trump, we see you, and you can't buy us off. The handcuffs are on the money, and the deal is dead. Trump is the survivor on that island, and he's waving for the helicopter. He thinks a war is the helicopter that's going to fly him out of this scandal. But this card is clarified by camera footage. That means they got footage of something. And the eye is watching. Iran isn't just threatening anymore. They're ready to hit upload. So I think they have information. And I think if Trump dare strike, and it looks like he might, to show some power, the retaliation will be the release of some Epstein file information. That's what I think. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. This is just a tarot reading and a fun oracle reading on a Sunday afternoon. So, like I said, Trump probably takes a lick. So I think he's going to strike because he's got it. He's petty like that. He wants to cause an explosion. He wants to look tough. But then Iran is going to drop the camera footage and these audio recordings right on his head. And he's going to survive. He got Survivor. Dadgummit. Trump is going to survive? Overcoming obstacles, beating the odds, pulling through, coming out stronger than before. Really? Are you? It looks like you're stranded. And the sharks are circling. This footage is going to keep him stranded. Meaning he's alive, still in office, but he's pinned down by investigations and can't move forward with his agenda. So that's what the cards are saying. So let's wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed the story here.